The book is a mirror of suffering, plight, and pain of a nation in a war against invading forces. How far and how long we have to suffer. Why we indeed do not get mobilized to really bring peace in our societies and do not allow the kids to cry again. Why we do not stand up and say peace, peace, and peace. Thank God, despite differences, despite talking about ethnicity in Afghanistan, which is a product of the war. For 30 years, you are at war against the invaders and against yourself. So despite that, identity of Afghan is still alive. As a whole, we all believe, the new generation believe that we belong to one geography, even larger than before, because geography of culture is larger than geography of political geographies. So thank God we do still have that identity, and wherever, whatever they are, they think we belong to Afghanistan and we are Afghans. I hope one time that we belong to the world and we say we belong to the planet number one. Another would say that maybe after discoveries, I belong to the planet number two. We don't have these simple and small things. I hope it survives. Number one, after 1.5 or 2 years, they should change, because thank God there is a system by the Constitution that you change. If they don't, then they are against Constitution. But until then, hope it works, because political instability is very much dominant in the country. No, I don't think that this, it may work, but if you really come up with an okay, because of the people of Afghanistan, because of the poor people, we too stand up, shake hand, and 50-50 we work. It's good to share power, but instability is the one which you share power, but you don't share it. So hopefully this will go, because instability is there and people are suffering of this. I think he has not been in the country for a long time. He has just come in a decade ago for work in Afghanistan. He has been a professor of one of the colleges in America, and he lived there. Naturally, when you're far from the situation, you cannot get or grasp the depth of the problem or the depth of the question, the answer in the country. Gradually he understood a little bit. Still, he needs a lot of more experience to know what is really Afghanistan. One thing I can tell you, that as far as we are concerned, in Afghanistan we needed very much to have peace in our country after 38 or 37 years. Natural. For that we either should fight or negotiate. Indeed, we honestly believe in negotiation, that let us solve the problem. But unfortunately, Pakistan has never been honest in negotiation. From one hand talking, in one hand a gun, and another hand holy book. So with that you cannot indeed negotiate and talk. And also training, financing, arming the Taliban to create problem in Afghanistan, then helping to some extent Al-Qaeda to create problem in Afghanistan, now helping Daesh to create problem in the country. If they really honestly come, it will be good for us, for them, maybe for the world also. anybody touches Afghanistan to bring honestly, to bring peace in the country, we welcome it. For that, we Afghans should be very, very much aware of the facts and conscious politically, socially, globally, regionally, that we should not enter the greater game because we suffer. If Russia or China or these countries come and help America, Europe, Arab world to bring peace here in Syria, in Iraq, in Libya, I mean, that will be very good for we people. No, share of power is very good always, but in a good way, in an honest way. If it's based on the Constitution, why not? If they A, believe in Constitution, B, believe in humanity, C, believe that the rights of the people, D, that they don't take us back to 1,000 years. Well, if it brings peace with these things, why not? We can indeed negotiate, keeping what we have gained so far. We cannot stop the media. We cannot get the freedom of the women they have in Afghanistan. We cannot get the freedom of, other nationalities, ethnic groups from Afghanistan. We have to go on practically, objectively, and they should come and say what we did was wrong. Let us shake hands. Do not do it. Enough is enough. Do not repeat the mistake. I think the United Nations is a good means, at least now, to be there and really work on that with a special envoys if they can, if they want, if they are not influenced, go there and start negotiation. So people in Afghanistan would be to a large extent more comfortable that United Nations is there, because United Nations doesn't have army to send, and do not have any government to do it for their own interest. Otherwise, the countries, surrounding us, they should come honestly and say that let us bring peace in Afghanistan. And that will work. Otherwise, in the last 38 years, we are trying to negotiate. It didn't work. The minute we go, it doesn't happen. And especially Taliban are two kinds, I think. Dependent Taliban and independent Taliban. So independent Taliban can talk to us. So either they make a mistake or make a mistake, and then we fix it.
Dependent, you mean?
To Pakistan, to other countries, to some of the Arab countries. So they are financed by them. Otherwise, the money, where the money comes from. Well, India can play a very, very important role as far as Pakistan is not, in between. So can educate Afghanistan, can be very close to the country. If we are together with India and with other neighboring countries, with China, with Iran, with Pakistan, all together, look, it will be a great regional power, not for war, but for peace. We can have one money called issue, we can have one peace army, we can have no border between us. You go from here to Central Asia by car, to Tajikistan in 2 days by car. It's dream, but of course we have to dream it. You go to Kabul, you stay there. Afghanistan, instead of becoming a terrorist hub, it will be a tourist hub. No, I think India should, through the channels of United Nations, get the support of most of the regional countries, and they all, especially with the big countries like America, Russia, bring pressure on Pakistan and say enough is enough, stop it. For how long you suffer? You make Pakistan suffer because of Kabul and Kashmir. Because Pakistan people are great people. They have got a history. They have done, they can deliver a lot for the region. So in that case, India will indeed be one of the leaders in the region and bring peace not just in Afghanistan, but assure the whole region that we will be strong hand. Still, maybe your people will say that he's an old man dreaming. talking. Look at Pakistan.
You don't think
What kind of
you think it has backfired?
absolutely, when this is no, look at 40 years before Pakistan and now. Look at 40 years before India and now. See that 40 years before China and now. They're progressing. But look at Pakistan. Look at Dubai and Qatar. They're going forward, but this poor Pakistan is going backward. What kind of policy is this? That you get a mirror and slap your own face? No, really, I'm saying that because you continue with a policy when you see it. Yes, it works. Look at Lahore. Look at Islamabad. Look at Karachi. Look at Peshawar. Look at the borders of Pakistan. Look at tourism. Look at the economic progress. This works. Otherwise, we say, look at all these places. So what is wrong? This policy. Take it off. It's common sense. You don't need Plato here, Aristotle, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, or Gandhi, or maybe, Rabindranath Tagore, or Tagore, and the Gitanjali. You don't need them now. It's common sense. You're in a family, you watch. This policy works? No, change it. Because I see my son doesn't have good relation with me now. So what is wrong? I'm always angry. Don't be angry. That's it.